Hi, I'd like to talk in this video about the artificial intelligence CEO vision. I did some other videos that walk through the application and walk through a lot of the details of what is in the process of being able to articulate an artificially intelligent system that could augment and help benefit the executive processes in an organization. I'll talk about the knowledge system and what that means at the end of this video, but right now I'll just get into the current trends of artificial intelligence. So if you look at artificial intelligence and the trends that are happening in today's market, you'll notice that we pinpoint and target all those known capabilities that we have a good foothold on. So we have capabilities that have been implemented and we've already spent capital on those capabilities, and we realize that there's an expense behind those capabilities. There's a hidden cost, and the hidden cost comes out, and once we realize those hidden costs, we start looking for technologies to mitigate those hidden costs. Hence, we go to artificial intelligence. So if you look at some examples, I'll give you an example. Let's say a reconciliation system. So when you reconcile your purchases and you reconcile your ledger, you reconcile your inventory, you're looking for discrepancies that you can audit and correct. So the idea with an artificial intelligence system is you can save a lot of cost by mining through the data, looking for any of those discrepancies in your data, and then you alert and flag to promote some type of audit on those discrepancies. So you'd like to have artificial intelligence to provide that service for you. And if you look at that from a high level though, you'll realize that is one of many examples where we use artificial intelligence to surface on an existing capability to cut costs. So really what we're trying to do is cut costs on existing information systems. That's one current trend. Another current trend is that we look at the labor market and we look at cost and labor, and we're looking for ways to mitigate those costs and labor, where we're finding things that are cookie cutter activities, and we want to rule those out that could potentially be automated, and we want to add like an AI flavor to that so that we can deal with a lot of the challenges that occur in specific processes. So we try to embed AI into that as well. Again, on existing capabilities that we have a good knowledge of, good handle of, and on existing information systems. So the idea with the artificial intelligence CEO, the vision behind it, is instead of replacing the knowledge worker, instead of replacing the worker, we're trying to enhance the worker. Instead of replacing the worker, we try to maybe find some replacements in the decision making so that we can best be able to delegate our capital so that we can have our knowledge workers best utilize that capital. So the idea is, how do we get the capital to those knowledge workers that best know how to utilize it and be able to grow our organization or be able to provide the best service that they can. So I have another note here on replacing funnels with bridges. Replacing funnels with bridges. So you'll notice when you have capital, what happens is you collect that capital from a wide group, or you collect that capital from shareholders, and that funnels into a specific entity or a specific resource. And then that specific resource or entity then delegates that capital on the other side of the funnel to the knowledge workers. What this does is it stagnates capital. It is because of this. Knowledge workers and the shareholders of the company don't understand each other's needs and don't understand each other's processes. There's a funnel in between. What that does is it disconnects. It disconnects the entirety of the organization. It makes it harder for the organization to get transparency on the intellectual capital in the company, on the knowledge workers, and the knowledge workers feel disconnected from understanding the needs of the capital that's going through, or the needs of the shareholder. So how do we replace the funnel with a bridge? How do we bridge the shareholders and stakeholders in an activity closer to the knowledge workers who can best be able to put that activity into action? So that's a vision behind the artificial intelligence CEO. So lastly, last topic is a knowledge system. So a knowledge system, what is that? So if you look today, and actually in the past few decades, we've put a lot of focus on information systems. And today we have a disparate set of information systems, fragmented information systems, and a multiplicity of information systems. So the idea with artificial intelligence is to be able to consolidate all that into a knowledge system. So we're trying to bridge towards a knowledge system. And with a knowledge system, we can effectively be able to have a consciousness of all of these disparate knowledge information systems. Eventually, we want to move forward from a knowledge system to a wisdom system. So that would be our next stage with artificial intelligence, is to achieve a wisdom system. But for now, we just have to take one step at a time, and we got to be able to get towards building a knowledge system. So that is a vision also behind the artificial intelligence CEO, is to be able to create a knowledge system by consolidating all of these disparate information systems. So I'll leave it with you, maybe a takeaway for this video, and then I'll end off the video. The takeaway is, looking at how many years, decades, it's taken us to develop information systems, how long do you think it'll take before we get to a knowledge system? With that, once we have knowledge systems in place, and then we're able to harness that, understand it, comprehend it, how long will it take for us to get to a wisdom system? Okay, so with that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and take a look at Comculate Inc. We're adding some new capabilities, some new features on this artificial intelligence CEO. And other than that, I hope you have a great day. Thank you.